Okay, let's go.
God bless y'all and welcome to my new YouTube video. Today is a Wednesday, just recording from my car as you can see because I have an important doctor appointment right now. Yesterday was a super choppy day. It was better if you just stayed out of the market, honestly. We had a same price action on Friday as well, and on these days we should just rather stay out of the trading because it was so choppy for the first 2 hours of the opening, like, or even longer, I'm not sure, but it was super choppy. Like the price was just ranging the whole time, and it would fake you out. It would like break the support zone and then it would immediately come back. So I believe a lot of support and resistance people or traders got cooked yesterday as well as on the Friday. It was really terrible price action. I hope we will have a better day today, but Monday was really nice. It was a super trending market. Monday was a great trading day for me personally. Sorry for touching my hair the whole time. I just straighten it and I'm not really super used to straight hair. That is why it feels weird. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit. There's not enough traders out there who are like showing their journeys. Like there is a lot of traders who are of course selling the courses and selling the signal. There's a lot of people who call themselves mentors, even though they struggle even more than you, but they're not showing it. So in this fake world of trading gurus and trading mentors, I think there is not enough people who are real. So that is why I even encourage you, if you're watching this video, to maybe just share your journey, whatever you are, whatever you're doing, just share it and it will inspire a lot of people, trust me. So I personally like to see other day traders recording themselves or just sharing their journey, sharing their trades, sharing their strategies. It's so cool to see what other people are applying, how other people are breaking through, and it's so cool and it's so inspiring, and it's even cooler if you connect with each other. That is why, yeah, I hope I'll really stick to this project and stick to this plan. I just realized that I look so fat on that recent video, so let me just show my face from this corner because I don't like that corner. Like, it makes me look so huge. Whatever, I don't even care really how I look like. It's more about the value you get with my videos. So yeah, we're just gonna ignore my double chin on the last scene. Okay, I still have around 10 minutes before my appointment, so I just looked at the chart and I saw a great example of a failed supply setup. Okay, so we are obviously in a downtrend. Okay, this is a 5-minute, and we did not shift the structure, so we are still in a falling trend. So you would hop into this short trade because the price just tapped into the supply area. But why you should not be looking into this supply area? Do you see these higher lows the price created on 5-minute? We don't want to see that. We don't want to see an uptrending trend line over here. Okay, so this is very important. This is where I would lost so much money. I was like, okay, yeah, the trend is falling, the price just tapped into my supply area. Okay, let's hop on a short trade. No, you cannot do it. If you had a low and you had a higher lows below that supply area, okay, so this is invalid. We always want to see lower lows and lower highs, even on the 5-minute. Okay, this is not something that you should take. Okay, this is just a um, a small quick analyze. I'll go and see my doctor right now. I hope I won't be too long in there. And I'm gonna talk to you later. Hello again from my home, from my laptop. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to live record my trading session today and to do a pre-market analysis for y'all. Since I was in my shop, I was really just taking this trade on my phone and looking at the charts on my phone, a bit distracted. That is why I didn't want to record it. But let's break it down right now. I actually took two trades today. The first one ended up break even, and the next one ended up with a really nice profit. It was almost 700 US dollars. So let's break it down for you. So we were in a downtrend today on almost every time frame. We were falling down, so obviously I wanted to focus on the shorts, and this was the first mistake I actually made today. I went long. It wasn't really a huge mistake because I could have taken like 500, but it ended up break even for me. So what was the first setup I took today? It was, let me delete this. So this was all before the 9:30 New York Stock Exchange open, which happened right here. I'm gonna mark it out for you. So forget this part right here and just focus on this part. Okay, so this was a pre-market. I participated on a pre-market today, and let me break down my first trade, which was here. So we had this almost falling wedge right here, and the price broke the trend line. Okay, I saw this break of the trend line, and I saw a market structure shift on a 5-minute because this was our recent swing high and the price closed above it. Okay, so this is a market structure shift, obviously, on a 5-minute. So it was not on a higher time frames, it was just on a 5-minute market structure shift, 5-minute. And I was like, okay, I like this kind of a setup. It almost works every single time for me. When the price breaks the trend line and it comes back into that trend line, or rather into a demand zone, which I'm gonna mark out right now. Let me see, where is it? The box. So this is our small demand zone and the trend line. Okay, so mostly what I see almost every single time, the price breaks the trend line and then it pulls back into the trend line and into the demand zone, and then it shoots up. However, this didn't really happen today because obviously we were in a bearish market. Everything up to 9:30 we were really bearish. However, this looks kind of promising to me, and I participated on this long, and the price almost tapped my take profit. So I entered here, and my stop loss was just below this demand area. You see how price almost hit my take profit. However, I really wanted to let my trade run and I broke even. So I ended up being break even, so I didn't lose anything. And after that, I saw that the price was really just faking out with this break of the trend line and the market structure shift on a 5 minute. So I was like, okay, I won't be focusing on any longs in this moment, because obviously the trend doesn't want to go up right now. It was a pre-market, so that's important to keep in mind. And I was like, okay, the price really wants to continue to go down, and we still had like half an hour or even longer before the market opened. So I was like, okay, if I see a nice supply setup,
I might be participating on it. So this was a first supply setup I did not take because I didn't really want to just, close this trade and then go into another one. I wanted to get a additional confirmation that the trend really wants to go a bit lower. And this played out really nicely. If you have taken this short, you would have made a nice amount of money. It wasn't that crazy, but if you have held up to here, like it was over more than 50 points, so it was a really nice trade. However, I did not take this trade. Which trade did I take? I take the next supply setup, which was right below it. As you can see, this played out really nicely too. I entered somewhere around here after we got this bearish candle close, and my take profit was just at the top of this next demand area. I didn't want to set my TP down here on this swing low just because of this demand area and just because of this fake out. I didn't know what the price will do because it was shortly before the market opened. I just wanted to like be in and out as quick as possible, and this really played out nicely. It got me around almost $700, and after that the market opened and just went up so crazy. And yeah, now we are in the PM session. The price is just ranging right now. However, we want to focus on the trades I took today. So the first one ended up break even. It was this long, and the second one ended up with me being green, being in a profit. So I hope you can learn something from it. This was just a simple price action supply setup, being in a short, being in a downtrend, following the trend, following the supply zones, and just being cautious with our take profit. Because it was a pre-market, you do not want to aim for some crazy risk to reward ratio. I would rather aim for 1 to 1 or 1 to 2 max, and you can see how nicely priced reached my TP, and then after that it reversed. So I'm really glad that I didn't hold my trade like up to here to the swing low, but I was smart enough and cautious enough to be aware of this demand zone, which price eventually really respected. As we can see here, the price really shooted up like crazy. So I hope you can find some value in this breakdown. I hope you can learn something. This is once again just a simple supply and demand strategy, following the trend line, following the supply zones, looking at the price action, looking at the candlesticks. I always aim for at least, ideally, I aim for 3 confirmations before I enter a trade. So mostly for me, it is a trend line confirmation. Let me write it down for you. So I'll name it trade confirmation. Confirmation. So that'll be trend line, or no, okay, trend line, then supply or demand, rejecting off of the supply or demand zone, respecting, I'm gonna add respecting the trend line, rejecting off of the supply and demand area. And what is the candle closure around the zones. I also have a few more confirmations, like market structure shift or a break of structure, maybe also some key levels, etc. But I would say these 3 are my main my main confluences. Am I able to point this out somehow or not? Okay, so these are additional trade confirmations or confluences. For me, the most important is staying with a trend, rejecting nicely off of our supply or demand zones, depending of if we're bearish or bullish. And then we want to look at those candle closures like around the areas. How do these candlesticks look like? Because candlesticks or candlesticks closures are also giving us a final signal, I would say, to enter or stay out of that trade. Okay, I hope you will find some value in this breakdown, and I'll see you in my next trading session.